What's up everyone? Hope you are all doing amazing today. Mother's Day is fast approaching, so happy Mother's Day to all you amazing moms out there. In today's video, I will be going over different ways in how you can be more social, especially if you are an introvert like me. Let's face it, we have to communicate with people on a daily basis, and the better that we are at it, the more successful we will be in this society. I will break down all of the tips and tricks that have worked for me and helped me come out of my bubble, and by the end of this video, you will be able to apply these to your own life and be more social. So let's get right into it. First tip that I have for you is to ask yourself, what is stopping you from being more social? Like everything else, I like getting to the root of the problem. Not that not being social is a problem, but understanding why you are not social to begin with can actually help you get out of your shell. So for example, in my life, I used to be very shy and very timid, and I was just that type of person. I barely ever went out. I figured out that it's actually because I was so self-conscious. I would think that people would not like me, or people would think that I'm weird, or that people would just think that I'm not smart enough, and that I'll basically just embarrass myself out there. And that is basically what kind of held me back in getting out there and striving for more. So basically, I was able to understand what my problem really is. I was able to tackle it better that way. I had to start telling myself that it's okay if I embarrass myself, that it's okay if I'm not the smartest person in the room, or it's okay if I don't have the greatest conversations. And it's okay if people don't like me for some reason, and that it's just okay if people make fun of me for something that I do. Instead of letting those type of things get to me, I started laughing at them myself. So if I did something embarrassing, I would be the first one laughing at myself. I would ask dumb questions if I didn't know what someone else was talking about, and that was perfectly fine now. If I couldn't keep a conversation going, I kept it real and said something like, "Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying." The point is that I accepted everything as it is, and I stopped pressuring myself to be perfect all the time. This is why it is so important for you as well to figure out what is stopping you from being social in the first place and work on that so that everything else after comes much easier to you. By the way, if you like this video so far, then please leave a comment down below. Say anything that you like and I will reply. Also, it really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. The next tip that I have for you to be more social once you get out there into the world again is to start small. It can seem overwhelming and very scary when you spend a lot of time alone and you like to tend to yourself, and now you are forced to go out there, communicate, and interact with so many people on a daily basis. So first thing that you need to do is to start small. This means instead of joining a conversation with a group of people, keep your interactions more on a one-to-one level instead. You can then polish your communication skills better with that one person alone. Find that one person that you like and start up a conversation of them. Because if we're going to embarrass ourselves, we might as well do it in front of one person rather than 4 or 5, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. You won't embarrass yourself. Don't worry. One-on-one conversations are great because you can actually focus all of your energy and attention on that one person rather than being distracted and jumping from person to person, which sometimes means going from topic to topic. That can get overwhelming and harder to keep up with, and honestly just makes me want to take a nap just thinking about how exhausting that can be. One-on-one interactions are so much better and so much more meaningful, and they actually help you develop your social skills much better. So start with smaller groups and then work your way up. Alright, so the next tip that I have for you to be more social is to start talking to strangers. No, I don't mean stop someone randomly on the street and start chit-chatting with them. That might be a little bit weird, but if say that you are at a coffee shop or a bookstore and you see someone sitting by themselves, ask them what kind of drink they usually get from that coffee shop, or ask them what kind of books they're looking for at the store. You would actually be surprised at how many people actually like it when strangers come up to them and talk to them and just start up a conversation. Just start with a small, easy question. Ask them about their day. Ask them if they come here often. Ask them what brought them to the store to begin with. Any type of small talk is great for something like this. I love talking to people when I'm waiting in line for some food that I'm trying to pay, for example. I always get such good responses from people because if you think about it, you're just standing in line waiting and not doing anything. So if somebody actually talks to you, your time is spent a little bit better. Also, another reason why I personally love doing this is because I know that if I totally embarrass myself or screw up the conversation, I will most likely never see that person again, and I can move on with my life and never think about it again. hopefully. The benefit of all of this is that doing something like approaching a stranger gives you a boost in confidence, and as a result, you are able to communicate with other people you actually know much more easily. The next tip that I have for you is to just be yourself. Let me first start off by saying that there is absolutely nothing wrong with being an introvert. And if anything, being an introvert has so many advantages, because I personally think that introverts are people who invest in themselves more because they are not as social and they have so much more time to themselves, which in turn helps them be more successful in life because they know themselves really well and are able to apply all of their skills so much better. But of course, interacting with people and speaking to them is just a part of life, so we do have to get a little bit better at it. So when you are trying to be more social, do so by being yourself. It's the easiest way to go about it. You don't need to be the life of the party. You don't need to be that person who keeps a conversation going and going. You don't need to be that person who's always speaking first during meetings. You just need to open up yourself a little bit to get your point across, and that's it. Start there, and if after that you feel like you can keep going, then go for it. Also, when you speak less, you tend to say more during that time, and people are more inclined to listen to you because they rarely hear from you, so it definitely has its advantages. The next way to be more social is to hang out or talk to people who have similar hobbies as you. No matter who you are great at something, and there is something out there that you absolutely love to do. Find other people who have the same interests as you and spend more time with them. By doing this, you are more likely to feel at ease and more likely to be yourself and actually enjoy spending your time. You can do this by joining a club at work or finding a club at school that you really like. Find a Groupon deal for painting classes or for cooking classes, for instance. These are great places where you can meet people just like you who share similar interests. Hobbies and interests bring people together very quickly and make it easier and more enjoyable for you. Even if you have to start online by joining forums like Reddit or joining Facebook groups of the topic that sparks your interest, just get out there and find like-minded people or people that have similar hobbies as you. That is a great way to practice and speak to people, which in turn helps you be so much more social. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you are notified when I post videos on personal growth. Another great way to be more social is to start giving people compliments. This is one of my favorite ways to be more social because it works so well. When you see someone at a party, at work, or any other type of gathering, just say something nice to someone that you really like about them. For instance, you could say something like, "I really like your jacket," or "Oh my god, you have beautiful hair," or "Those are very nice shoes." People love hearing compliments, and when you compliment them, they almost always have a story to tell you behind it. Like, "Oh, thank you, I got this jacket from so-and-so store." Or, "Thank you, I put so much effort into my hair and I have such an extensive hair care routine." "Oh, these shoes? Yeah, I got them on sale like 2 years ago and I love them. Thank you." After their response, the other person almost always has their own comments or compliments to give back to you. And then guess what? You're having a conversation and things are just flowing so much more easily. Also, if you want some tips on how to keep your conversation going, then make sure you check out this video on how to never run out of things to say. It will definitely help you more with your communication skills. Okay, so back to compliments. The other reason why I love giving people compliments is for the simple reason that it makes people feel really happy. This doesn't mean you have to lie or fake it, but just find something that you actually like about the person. It can even be something so simple as, "Oh my gosh, you have such a nice smile." Okay, so the next tip that I have for you is to start saying yes. Usually as an introvert, you say no to any type of invite. "Hey, you want to come to a party?" "No." "Hey, are you coming to the holiday social?" "No, not really." "Hey, you want to hang out at that new restaurant that just opened up down the street?" "Nah, I'm okay." I understand that it seems overwhelming when you get involved in so many different types of events and you just don't want to go. So when trying to be more social, I would recommend saying yes to every third time. This means after you say no to 2 events or gatherings, say yes to the third one. When you start doing this and push yourself to go out to that one event, you will get out more and be a little bit more social. And the best part is you won't overwhelm yourself. You can still stay in your bubble and this way come out every now and then. Once you become comfortable accepting and attending different type of events, then you can start switching to saying yes every other time. Next thing you know, you're a social butterfly and then you wonder, how did I become so social? Okay, you guys, so these were all the tips that I have for you to become more social, especially if you are an introvert, and especially at a time like this. If you want to join a group of people just like you who want to improve their communication and people who want to build good, healthy habits, then I have an exclusive Facebook group just for you called Habits for Success. In this group, we basically talk about our success, our failures, and help each other reach our goals. So join the Facebook group. I will post the link in the description box below. Lastly, check out these videos next on how to articulate your thoughts better and how to never run out of things to say. They are extremely beneficial if you are trying to improve your communication skills. Until next time, you guys, this is Sincerely Maria signing off. Bye!